Greetings, church family. Hope you're hanging in there well. Hope that you're doing more than getting by. We've been preaching and talking about how, as Christians, we're not supposed to just survive during this time. God calls us to thrive, and that's not easy to do. But all things are possible through Christ, right? And so we continue our series on hope this weekend. We continue to offer the three types of services. With one being staying at home, one at 9:30 with mask on the whole time, and 1 to 11 when you can get seated, you can take your mask off. But continuing the theme of hope and how we can have a hope that overcomes the world right now. It's, again, strange times. A lot of people are having strong opinions about why the world is a mess and who's to blame for that mess. And ultimately what God wants to see happen and how God is making things happen right now. Lots of difference of opinions. And certainly those things are important. And we all do need to do our best to discern what God wants us to do. However, I think sometimes in God's eyes, how we do it is just as important as what we do. And a lot of people in this world right now are doing things in a deconstructive, anger-ridden way. And I don't think God's thrilled with that. As followers of Christ, we're called to do things a certain way. And we'd rather get riled up and we'd rather place more importance on what we do, because that's, frankly, the easier job, right? But the harder job is to do it the right way. So what do you do when you talk with someone who has totally different political views than you? What do you do when you talk with someone about the riots and racism and some of those other issues? How do you respond to them when they're from a whole different train of thought? It's difficult. It's easier to lash out. It's easier to be a person of hate. It's easier to show contempt. But that's not the way of Jesus. I hope you'll join us this weekend and hear some further thoughts on how, again, we can be a light in the midst of this. Even sometimes we can be a light, even when people disagree with what we do. Because if we do it in a godly way, people still take notice. God's blessings upon you. Talk to you soon.